Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be walking us through the installation of Apache Tomcat. Apache Tomcat is an application server widely used. It's a Java-based application server, and today I'm going to be using my documentation on GitHub. Feel free to go to my page on GitHub, my repository. I have a lot of documentation that you can leverage, especially as a beginner. Uh, as a beginner working as a system admin, you're gonna find a lot of interesting documentation right here. So now, if you go into the documentation, you'll see um, this Tomcat, and this is going to walk us through the installation of Tomcat 9 and 8 on CentOS 7. So I'm going to be switching between these two windows. This is my documentation and this is my um, workstation, my command line. So if I do cat slash etc slash star hyphen release, you can see I am running CentOS 7, 7.7. One of the very important prerequisites for installing Tomcat would be Java. Okay, and for this version of Tomcat, you can either use Java 11 or Java 8, but I have both. Okay, if you go to my server and we do Java version, it says I don't have no Java. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to install both Java. Um, I have, this is going to install Java 8 for me. Okay, and you don't have to install both. Okay, I just want to show you some things. That's why I'm installing both. You can actually have multiple Java version on your computer. However, you can select the one you want to use to run your application. So that's one of the things I want to show you today. So if I do Java, now if I have Java version, you can see it says I have my Java 8. I can clear my screen now. I want to install Java 11. Um, I'm going to pause the video while we do that. So now that is, so if I do Java version now, you can see it's not changing the previous Java. Okay, so if I want to switch to Java 11 now, I can do alternatives, config, Java. So that is going to give me all the Java options I have. So right now it's using this, which is 1.8. I have Java 11. If I type in 2 right here and I check the Java version now, you can see now I have version 11. Okay. So for a Tomcat, especially for the latest Tomcat, we can use either of the two Java. So very quickly, let's go to the official page of Tomcat. I'm going to say Tomcat download. This is going to bring us to official page of Tomcat. And we can see 7, 8, 9, and now they have the 10.0. But I'm going to go ahead and install the 9.0. So if I come to the 9.0 download, I have the 9.0 download. If I click on that, I'm going to get the tar file, copy link location. So let's go and follow our documentation. From our documentation, this says untar this in opt Tomcat. So I'm going to go to /opt and I'm going to wget and untar my package. Okay. Anytime you're working with a documentation, don't always stick with the version you see in the documentation because things may have changed, even though what I currently have here should work for you. But I'll advise you go to the official web page and get your package. Okay. Okay. Our package download is completed, so we can extract the file by doing tar xzvf, and that is going to extract the file. Now, feel free to remove the tar file, just because of your space. We can move this to Tomcat. This is what I would do personally. I'll do Tomcat 9 or I do Tomcat -9 so that I know this is Tomcat 9 version, just in case I'm installing another version of Tomcat 10 or whatever. So I can know this is my Tomcat 9. And pretty much we can go into our file Tomcat, and we can go to our bin file directory, and we can start Tomcat right here. So this is going to start Tomcat for us. So if you go to the web page, and few things to note also, Tomcat by default runs on port 8080. So if you have your firewall enabled, make sure port 8080 is open. If you go to our IP, we have, so we're using 1017. So if we go back and do 10.10.10.117 column 8080, it's going to say this is our welcome page. As you can see, Apache is running, and we are running Apache Tomcat 9.0.34. Now, so we need to configure our manager app and all that so that we can upload our WAR file from the web page. Okay, we have multiple ways of uploading WAR file. We can either go to this directory called web app right here. Okay, we can seed it into web app, and we can just upload whatever here, and we should be fine. Or we can come to manage app. If we go to manage app right now, it's going to give us all this error right here. Okay, but the best way to actually do this, okay, you can copy this right here. Let's go back to our documentation. Okay, so you start your Apache. This is us starting Apache. However, we need to configure Apache. So now we come to this directory, which is our user directory, where we configure our user. Um, you can copy this and paste it here. And no, that's a wrong file. Oh, that's definitely wrong. So our directory is Tomcat 9. Okay, that's what 9. Remember, opt Tomcat 9, we go to conf and we go to this file. I'm gonna do Vim because I like the color. So now, so with the Vim, we want to place the below following the last two lines. Okay, so we want to go all the way down to the end of the page. We want, this is the last line right here. So now what we can do is come to this page, and let's paste this guy right here. Okay, bottom of the page, and we can paste this guy right here, and we can have this file. Okay, our username, and feel free to change your username. We can have a username, but I'm going to leave it as admin and Tomcat, and that's why I copied this. You notice this is pretty much the same thing right here. Okay, so I'm going to leave that here, and we can save our file. Let's go back to our documentation. Now we have to go to our context.xml for our meta inf and for our host manager. For our manager and for our host manager, we go to the context file. For VI this, don't forget our directory is 9. So we go to Tomcat 9. If you go to that file, so this is where we're going. You know what? I want to change it to VI. Like I told you, I like to use Vim instead of VI. So we can go to, let me add the number so that we can know what I'm saying. If we go to line 20, where it says allow, there are multiple things you can do here. You can allow a specific IP, and you can allow a range, or you can allow all. You can allow everything. Just for this test, I am going to allow everything, and in order to do that, I'm just going to add dots and a star. Okay, so that is to allow everything. Or if you want to allow the network, you can just put the IP address 20 dots something on your network. That means you are allowing a particular network. But for this, I'm just going to go ahead and allow everything. Okay, so that is for that. And the second one is going to be for our host manager. So I'm going to change two things here. First, I want to do Vim, my favorite text editor, and I want to change this to our directory, which is Tomcat 9. If I open this, the same thing, I'm gonna set number. I'll go to line 20, just like the first one. Okay, I'm gonna pipe it. Oh. So go to line 20. Hope I didn't mess something up. So I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna reopen that. Just want to make sure I didn't mess something up. So line 20, I'm gonna pipe that, and I'm gonna do the same thing, a dot and a star. Okay. Again, if you want to allow a particular network, you have to put the network. If you want to allow a particular IP, you don't need to do the white card, just put the IP. But in this case, I'm allowing everything. So I am going to save. Okay, so now we can restart our Tomcat and we should be able to access it. Don't forget, if you need to run Tomcat as a service, which is going to be your best option, I will say go ahead and create a service for your Tomcat. All you need to do is VI and copy all this in this file, okay? But you have to note, you have to set your Java home. How do you know your Java home? There's so many ways to skin a cow, okay? One way, you can actually use the alternatives config Java, okay? And this is going to show you alternative config Java. All you need to do is just copy this, right? If you're using 8, if you're using 11, just copy this and you can have that replaced here. Java home equals to. Do you see that? Just copy it here. And whatever directory you're using for your Apache, in my own case, I'm using Tomcat 9. It means I have to change this to Tomcat 9, 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 so that it knows how to go to my path. And that's all you need to do pretty much. And that way you reload the system daemon and you can start running your Tomcat as a service. Okay, but for now, let's log in to our Tomcat and let's go ahead and restart our Tomcat. CD bin, shut it down, and then we can start it up. And this is the benefit of running it as a service, we can just do systemctl restart Tomcat, or and we're good to go. Okay. So now we're going to start it up again. So let's go check. So if we come back here now and just take away this manager and refresh our page, actually it's already seeing something. So 8080, if we come here now, we can see, and if we go to app manager, we can see now we have a username. The first time it was giving us error, and I believe our user is admin and our password is Tomcat. So now this is our page. Interesting. Okay, this is our page. So now if I want to load a new WAR file, okay, if I want to load a new WAR file, I can specify the context path, right? I can specify the context path and say slash Sona. Say I want to load something for SonarQube, and I can click on, you know, put the path to my WAR file and I can deploy. Okay, this is one way to do it. Another way to do it, I can just browse and put my WAR file on my desktop, pick my WAR file, okay, and WAR file is a web archive, okay. I can put my WAR file on my desktop and just deploy, okay. And trust me, I can just come to my web app page and I can just get my WAR file and paste it here, and it will automatically, as a matter of fact, let's go online and just look for a WAR file and just use it as our demo. I'm going to pause the video while I do that. We can actually use a sample uh, Tomcat file. This is actually from Tomcat official. And if you copy link, okay, and we paste it here, we get, and we paste it. Don't forget WD of Tomcat web app, and I paste it here using widgets. It's going to download this sample.war widgets, and it says sample.war file in red. By the time I ls back, I didn't do nothing. This will automatically extract the directory from this. If I do ls now, as you can see now, I have sample. In order to reach this application sample, all I need to do is to come to this browser on port 8080 and just do slash sample. That's all I need to do. And I can see the sample Hello World application. This is an application running. If I have another application I want to do, all I need to do, paste it here. If the application name is test, I will be able to reach the application by doing slash test. Okay. Um, Also, don't forget, if you need to run this as a service, okay, please feel free to open a file like this, create a service, and all you need to do, like I said, is copy all these in the service, copy all this, and you change the Java, you change the Tomcat 9 with your directory. If your directory is Tomcat, you don't have to change it. If this is your Java, you don't have to change it. All you need to do is save and system reload. This is very important. Reload your system and you start it. Thanks for watching.